Alright folks, let's have one episode before we check out if Dom Mysterio will be able to win the AAA Mega Champion. So let's go ahead and cover what's the wrestling news today. We're talking about details of that massive WrestleMania 43 announcement, a potential main event that could break all records, and some incredible revelations from stars in both WWE and AEW. So let's get right into it. Backstage details on the WrestleMania 43 announcement. WWE made a historic announcement today confirming that WrestleMania 43 will be held in Saudi Arabia in 2027. But what was interesting were the details of the announcement itself. This wasn't a public event with media and fans. It was a private gathering in Las Vegas with talent flown in specifically for the announcement. According to reports, the deal was put together largely by WWE Executive Vice President John Gabarick, who works as the liaison for the company in the country. Triple H also gave a huge shout out to Nick Khan for being a critical piece in the negotiations. The rumors of the event being split between two locations were put to rest, and it's now believed that WWE will be making a mind-blowing amount of money for the show, with some reports suggesting they could pocket over 100 million for the entire weekend of events. Looks like it has come to a point where WrestleMania is such a big cash cow for the company. WWE negotiating with The Rock for WrestleMania 43. This is the news that everybody is buzzing about. Now that WrestleMania is officially heading to Saudi Arabia, the country's General Entertainment Authority is reportedly in negotiations with The Rock to main event the show. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, sources close to the authority say that talks with the Great One are advancing and a deal is believed to be close to being finalized. The report suggests that The Rock's participation could be tied to the final financial figure WWE receives for the show. And get this, his individual payday would be multiple times more than any wrestler has ever received for any event in pro wrestling history. The Saudis are hoping for one of two dream matches, The Rock vs Cody Rhodes or The Rock vs Roman Reigns. It looks like the final boss might not be done in the ring after all. Say what you want about Saudi Arabia's influence, perhaps they are the biggest wrestling fans, getting back all the returns and the dream matches that we want the company to have. Rusev explains why his second run is better than his first. Rusev, the former AEW superstar now in WWE, is speaking out on the key differences between his two runs. In an interview, he said that his second run has been better due to his increased maturity. He noted that in WWE you have a lot of help from producers and veterans, but in AEW he was on his own, which was a great test for him. He learned to rely on the lessons he picked up from legends like John Cena and Mark Henry, which ultimately showed in his work. He also had a shot across the bow for his former rival Sheamus. He claimed that Sheamus should be thanking him for putting him on the map, noting that he was a champion and had done movies, while Sheamus hadn't been on a premium live event in 5 years. MVP details how close he came to winning a WWE World title. He's now a major player in AEW, but a few years ago, MVP was a surprise entrant in the Royal Rumble, and his return story is incredible. On Chris Van Vliet's podcast, MVP revealed that his initial return in 2020 was just a one-off for his son, who was in the crowd. He was so touched that he called Paul Heyman to ask for a spot on Raw, which led to a match with Rey Mysterio. After that, he was offered a job as a producer, which eventually led to his full-time return. MVP also revealed how close he came to winning a world title in WWE. He was told by a writer that there was talk of him becoming champion, but the idea was ultimately nixed due to his past. MVP, who served 9.5 years in prison as a teenager, believes his felony conviction and the complications it caused for travel were the main reason he never got that top spot. It's a powerful and honest reflection on the obstacles he has faced. Tony Khan hopes to have Chris Jericho back soon. The mystery around Chris Jericho's status continues. The veteran star has been off television for months, with rumors swirling that he may be interested in return to WWE when his contract expires at the end of the year. When asked about Jericho's status, President Tony Khan reiterated his desire to have him back. Khan praised Jericho as a foundational member of AEW, noting that he was the company's first ever world champion and is still in great shape. He said he would love to have him back soon, but he didn't provide a timetable, saying that fans should stay tuned. It's clear that AEW wants to keep the door open for their legend, and it adds an extra layer of intrigue as Jericho contracts winds down. What are your thoughts about WrestleMania being held in Saudi Arabia? Does this news shock you? Let us know your thoughts and excitement. And personally, I'm excited to see Dominic Mysterio winning the AAA Mega Championship. I'll see you in another wrestling news update.